What if I told you that no words, no gifts, no grand gestures could make a mature woman truly feel connected, but a single touch could change everything? Today, I'm going to reveal the 7 touches that speak louder than anything you've ever said, and why they unlock the heart of a woman who's seen it all. Welcome to the Female Psyche, where we explore the hidden truths of attraction, connection, and emotional intimacy. Curious. Today, we're diving into the 7 powerful touches that can open the heart of a mature woman like nothing else. It almost feels unfair, but here's something most people never tell you. A mature woman doesn't fall for words anymore. She's heard every compliment, read every sweet text, and sat through countless candlelit dinners where a man tried way too hard to impress her with his lines. Sighs. Words lost their magic a long time ago. So, what really reaches her, what truly opens the heart she spent years protecting? The answer is far more primal: touch. But not just any touch, not the clumsy movie style grab. I'm talking about intentional, psychologically powerful touches that speak in ways words simply can't. Touches that say safety, confidence, tenderness, and desire without a single word. A fascinating study from UC Berkeley had strangers communicate emotions through brief touches on the forearm. No words, no expressions, just touch. People could accurately sense emotions like love, gratitude, and sympathy with up to 78% accuracy. Curious? Imagine that. Your words could never compete. This is why some men seem to effortlessly connect with women, while others try everything and still end up in the friend zone. It's not about what you say, it's about how you touch. Thoughtful, and a mature woman, one who knows herself and what she wants, responds to this in a way a younger woman might not. Before I show you all 7 of these powerful touches, a warning. 2 on this list seem so simple you might dismiss them. Don't. Curious. Mature women have told me these touches stir feelings they can't explain. And the 7th touch is so potent that relationship therapists even prescribe it to couples on the verge of breaking up. I'll explain why when we get there. Excited. Let's start with the first one, a touch that quietly rewires how she feels about you. The first is what I call the slow lower back guide. Before you dismiss it as basic courtesy, hear me out. Curious science backs this up. Placing a warm, steady hand on the small of her back, guiding her through a doorway, a crowd, or just standing close, activates a highly nerve-dense area connected directly to the brain's emotional centers. The speed and pressure matter. A quick pat feels casual or awkward, a heavy push feels controlling, but a slow, confident hand placed with just enough pressure communicates, "I see you. You're safe here." Her nervous system responds instantly, releasing oxytocin, creating calm and trust. For a woman who's spent years being her own protector, this isn't about control. It's about connection. Thoughtful. It's a signal that she doesn't have to carry everything alone right now. I once read a comment from a woman in her late 40s who said, paraphrased, "He put his hand on my back walking into a restaurant, and I felt something I hadn't felt in 15 years. I felt chosen." That's the power of this touch when done right. The second touch is the two-handed hand hold. Most people hold hands, but this is different. Take her hand, then cover it with your other hand, cradling it completely. Maybe during a conversation, a quiet moment, or after she's shared something vulnerable. Thoughtful. This works because of something called bilateral stimulation. Both hands engaged create symmetrical sensory input, which the brain reads as full attention and emotional presence. Therapists even use bilateral touch in EMDR therapy to help process trauma. When you hold her hand this way, you signal, "I am here, I am present, you are safe." For a mature woman who's likely spent years with men physically present but emotionally elsewhere, this is transformative. Sighs. The contrast between half-hearted affection she's used to and your full, warm attention makes her brain think, this one is different. And once she decides that, every other man trying to compete is irrelevant. The third touch surprises most women, the forehead touch. Not a kiss, just a gentle press of your forehead against hers, eyes closed, breathing sinking, the world falling away. Sighs. It's subtle, but its psychological weight is enormous. Dr. Sue Johnson, creator of emotionally focused therapy, calls these bonding moments. They activate adult attachment systems just as a mother's touch does for an infant. It requires vulnerability from both sides. A mature woman with high emotional walls hears a quiet message in this gesture. I am here. Nothing else matters. Whispers. Done without rushing, without jokes breaking the intimacy, it communicates emotional intelligence most people never reach in an entire relationship. The fourth touch is almost too powerful to mention. The nape of the neck. The back of the neck is sensitive, vulnerable, and rarely protected. Whispers. A gentle hand there, whether sitting beside her or leaning in, triggers simultaneous arousal and trust. A rare combination. Most touches do one or the other. This does both. Her brain registers this almost immediately, and her body responds in ways words could never achieve. Am I safe? Can I trust this person? Does this feel good? If the answer to all three is yes, her emotional response is almost immediate. Her breathing changes. Curious, her pupils dilate. Dopamine and oxytocin flood her system, the exact chemistry behind romantic attachment. This is where maturity makes all the difference. A younger woman might miss the significance of this touch, but a mature woman recognizes exactly what it communicates. It signals confidence without aggression, desire without neediness, closeness without assumption. It's one of the most sophisticated gestures a man can offer, and the women who notice it are often those who have been waiting for someone with this level of awareness. Curious. Timing is crucial, though. You can't just touch the back of a woman's neck when you first meet her. That's not intimacy. It's alarming. Size. This touch works only after trust is built. It's a progression, not a shortcut, and a mature woman knows the difference instantly. Touch number 5 is the one I warned you about from the start, the thumb stroke. Curious? You might wonder what that even means. Imagine holding her hand, resting your hand on her arm, shoulder, or knee, and without drawing attention, your thumb slowly glides back and forth over her skin. Small, gentle, rhythmic movements. Whispers. You don't announce it. You don't look down. You just continue your conversation while it happens. This works because of a class of nerve fibers called C-tactile afferents. They respond specifically to slow, gentle strokes, sending signals straight to the brain areas responsible for emotional bonding. Curious studies from the University of Gothenburg in Sweden show that this type of touch activates the insular cortex, the brain region that creates feelings of intimacy and connection. Subtle though it is, her brain notices, her body responds. Emotionally, she starts feeling drawn to you in a way she might not even consciously recognize. A mature woman who's experienced performative or absent affection will feel this and think, this is just who he is. Thoughtful. That effortless tenderness, the unconscious gesture, becomes irresistible. Not gifts, not grand declarations, but this quiet unconscious act creates real attraction. Touch 6 is what I call the silent pull. Sitting or standing next to her without a word, you draw her closer. Maybe your arm goes around her shoulders, maybe your hand finds her waist. No announcement, no performance, just movement. Size. This taps into what attachment researchers call proximity seeking, the instinctive desire to reduce distance between bonded partners. For a mature woman, this is profound. Many have spent years feeling they had to earn closeness, being attractive, agreeable, accommodating, just to deserve attention or touch. When you draw her in simply because you want her near, you rewrite that story. You communicate. You are wanted for who you are, not for what you provide. Softly. And a woman who's used to holding herself together can melt into that quiet gesture, realizing she doesn't have to earn your attention. It's freely given. Finally, touch number 7, the long hold hug, the one that outweighs every other touch combined. Not a quick squeeze, not a casual side hug. I mean a full chest-to-chest embrace that lasts at least 20 seconds. Curious, that duration isn't random. Research in psychoneuroendocrinology shows that hugs lasting 20 seconds or more release oxytocin while lowering cortisol, reducing stress biologically. Her heart rate slows. Her nervous system shifts from fight or flight into rest and bond mode. Thoughtful relationship therapists often prescribe this for couples on the brink because it works. For a mature woman, this touch is transformative. She has likely faced heartbreak, betrayal, loss, and silent struggle. She has been her own anchor for years. When you hold her in a long, unhurried hug, signaling, I'm not letting go until you're ready, every wall softens, sighs, every defense weakens. not because she's weak, but because she no longer has to be strong, even for a moment. This is not about excitement or showiness. It's about relief, trust, and the rare comfort of being seen and safe. Whispers. A woman who experiences this doesn't just fall in love, she chooses you deliberately with every guarded part of herself. So there you have it, 7 touches, each one simple, subtle, and backed by psychology that can create real emotional connection with a mature woman. Remember, it's never about grand gestures, expensive gifts, or perfect words. It's about awareness, intention, and presence. Thoughtful. When you slow down, pay attention, and communicate through touch, you give her something far more powerful than romance. You give her trust, safety, and the freedom to let her guard down. Sincere. Master these touches and you won't just be noticed, you'll be unforgettable. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more insights into the female psyche, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Excited? And before you go, comment the word connection below, because that's exactly what this video is all about, and let me know you're here for real understanding and depth.